Alright, let's talk about the strongest ninja in every village in Naruto. There are a couple of ways to do this, but I am just going to consider ninjas that were the strongest in their village in all time when they were actually working for that village. So for instance, Jubidara wouldn't really count for Konoha, and Sasuke and Shippuden, for example, wouldn't count for Konoha either because they're missing ninjas. But I can give some honorable mentions if a missing ninja from a determined village actually would be the most powerful from that village. Let's begin with the Cloud Village. So this is a difficult one, I think. Some people will say it's the 4th Raikage, some people will probably say it's the 3rd Raikage, some people could say it's B. The 3rd Raikage is extremely powerful. He has an unstoppable offensive jutsu and an impregnable defensive jutsu. However, he did tie with the 8 tails because he kind of fell and then he hit himself, and that's the only way he could actually get hurt. So that guy is extremely powerful, but he did tie with the 8 tails, and I think B with the 8 tails is stronger than just the 8 tails. I could be wrong, but I am actually going to give this to B. Killer B is the strongest cloud ninja of all time, and don't even come with a Kinkaku Ginkaku because no, they are not strong, okay? Just watch the war arc. They're not very strong, man. Okay, let's go for the Grass Village now. And do we know anyone from the Grass Village? Well, Karin was from the Grass Village. The girl Orochimaru took the body in the tuning exams was also from the Grass Village, but we don't really know much about that village. We don't even know many people from there, so I guess I'll just give it to Karin because, you know, she's not the strongest person in the universe, but, you know, just, I guess, decent in a fight. She could be useful. So yeah, just let's go for Karin. The Hot Water Village. That's Hidan's village, and as he is essentially the only person we know from that village, and he is not weak, we have to give this to him. I don't even know if they have a Kage or something like that in there. Not a Kage, but a leader, and I don't know if that leader would be more powerful than Hidan, because let's be real, Hidan is pretty scary. If he hits you, you're done, essentially. So Hidan is the strongest ninja from the Hot Water Village. Okay. The Mist Village. Ooh, that's a difficult one. So if we were talking about missing ninjas, Kisame would by far be the strongest ninja of all time, but I don't know how strong Kisame was when he was in the Mist Village, so I think he was definitely much stronger in his time in the Akatsuki. Essentially, when he fought B, he was godlike. He essentially destroyed B, and we came to the conclusion that B was the strongest ninja from the Cloud Village. So yeah, he would be extremely powerful, but I don't think Kisame was that powerful when he was still in the Mist Village. One, because he didn't have Samehara, he only got it right before he left the village, and also it's safe to assume he got more powerful when he was in the Akatsuki. So Mei, she's not very powerful. She did the least against Madara. Among the 5 Kages, she was the least useful by a long shot. Yagura, we saw him fighting against B and KCM1 Naruto, and essentially he was an extra in that fight. He didn't do much, so I wouldn't put him. I'll have to go with the 2nd Mizukage, man. He was just very powerful in the war arc. He was tough to deal with. Onoki and Gaara had to fight together and they almost lost. He had the Joki boy, he had the Hozuki clan, water pistols, he had a powerful summoning and a powerful genjutsu. That guy was very scary, and he was relative to Mu, which is also a powerful shinobi. So yeah, the 2nd Mizukage is the strongest ninja ever in the Mist Village. And by the way, if you like videos like this, please consider subscribing to my channel. It means a lot to me. And also like this video because that helps me out. You don't know how much. Let's do the Rain Village now. And this one is a no-brainer. Of course, it's Nagato/Pain. You could say Danzo was pretty powerful in his heyday because he kinda manhandled Tsunade, Orochimaru, and Jiraiya, but they were young back then and not as powerful. The Rinnegan is too much for Hanzo, and Nagato became the leader of the Rain Village because he was more powerful and could overthrow him, so that's a no-brainer. Pain/Nagato is the most powerful ninja in the history of the Rain Village. The Sand Village. Okay, this is a weird one because they always say that the 3rd Kazekage, the one who controlled Iron Sand, was the most powerful Kazekage and therefore the most powerful sand ninja of all time. We know Sasori defeated him, though we don't know if that was an actual fight or if he poisoned him, so we don't know the circumstances, but it's kinda safe to assume that Sasori in his prime was more powerful than that Kazekage, but Sasori in his prime was in the Akatsuki and was no longer in the Sand Village. However, I think it's also very safe to assume that by the end of Shippuden, Gaara surpassed the third Kazekage, becoming the most powerful Kazekage ever, and I kinda think he would destroy Sasori in the war arc. We also have Chiyo. She is very powerful, but she was not as powerful as Sasori because she needed Sakura's help, and at the end of the fight, Sasori kinda gave up and let himself get killed, so it wasn't a clean victory by any means, but still, she was very strong. But I think I'll have to be fair here and give this to Gaara, because I think he definitely surpassed the third Kazekage and Sasori by the war arc, because, you know, he was fighting Madara. You know, he did a pretty good job against Madara. He was defending well with his sand shield. He also almost sealed Madara a couple of times, even though Madara was just kind of joking around and, yeah, you're never gonna seal me with that, and substituting and using his Susanoo and whatnot. But then Gaara also fought against a Rinne Rebirth Madara after he got reborn, and he did well as well, though he broke out of his sand pyramid with his Susanoo, but nevertheless, Gaara was actually trying, and Madara also complimented Gaara's jutsu, saying it's a very interesting jutsu, the one he used to paralyze Madara mid-air with the grains of sand, so I have to give this to Gaara, and I think the character deserves it. The Waterfall Village. Oh man, I don't like giving anything to Kages, man, because I kind of hate Kages, because it's fun to hate on Kages, but yeah, if I am to be fair here, Kages' raw durability will take the post of most powerful shinobi ever in the history of the Waterfall Village. Yeah, the only other shinobi we know from there is Fu, and I think Kages was the one who captured her, though I don't know if she went full-tailed beast when they fought, because I don't think Kages could handle the 7 tails, because Kages is kinda weak. But anyway, yeah, Kages, strongest ninja of all time from the Waterfall Village. Let's go. The Sound Village. No-brainer, really. Orochimaru for sure. Though you could consider Kabuto a member of the Sound Village. If we are considering every single version of Kabuto, his War Arc version would be more powerful than Orochimaru, but he was no longer in the Sound Village, so I am giving this to Orochimaru. The Stone Village. Very interesting village, I think. Though we don't know a ton of people from there. One person that's very strong that's from there is Deidara, but I definitely don't think he was as powerful when he was a member of the Stone Village as when he was in the Akatsuki. It's the same as with Kisame. Because if you think about it, Deidara was like 19 when he died, so he probably left the Stone Village when he was 14 or something, and after he left the village, he was just wreaking havoc in the world, exploding things, because that's his art form and all that. But I definitely think he got much, much stronger after he joined the Akatsuki. He even said he developed C4 Karura just to fight Itachi, and that's, let's be real, his most powerful jutsu that doesn't require a suicide, because C0 is his most powerful jutsu, but he has to die in order to perform it, so it doesn't really count. Which takes us to Onoki and Mu. We don't know what the first Tsuchikage could do, so I am not really including anyone that we don't know the capabilities of, as you've seen with the previous villages that I didn't even talk about, the first Kages from those villages. But anyway, between Mu and Onoki, I have to give this to Onoki, man. They did fight in the War Arc, and Onoki seemed to be superior. Also, Onoki was by far the Kage who was doing the best against Madara in the 5 Kage versus Madara battle. He was the one breaking them out of genjutsus. He dealt the most damage to Madara, and particle style is very, very dangerous. Of course, Mu also has it, but I think Onoki can use it better. I mean, have you seen this? He is quite powerful, man. And it is also implied in many statements around the manga and data books that Onoki actually got more powerful as he grew older, unlike someone like Hiruzen, for example, who definitely got weaker once he got older. So yeah, Onoki, Prime Onoki, War Arc Onoki is the most powerful shinobi from the Stone Village. And now the moment you've all been waiting for. Who's the strongest ninja ever from Konoha? Well, that would be Jubidara, but as he wasn't working for Konoha in that state, I can't include him, can I? So that leaves me 2 options really, Naruto or Sasuke? Sasuke or Naruto? Well.
well.
Though to be honest, Sasuke in his most powerful form, which is the Indra Susanoo form, he wasn't really working for Konoha. So, I'll have to give this to Naruto. And I guess you probably saw that coming. He's the main character. He is very powerful, obviously. Do you agree with this list? Do you think I picked the right ninjas or the strongest ever in their respective villages? Comment below. Also, subscribe and like this video to help me out. Thanks for watching.